Stop scrolling! I'm going to prove you wrong about how money works. You've been told that building wealth is complicated, that you need an advanced degree in finance or a secret stock market algorithm. But that is a lie. The entire system of wealth, from zero to millions, boils down to one fundamental concept. A concept so simple, it's hidden in plain sight. It is the single difference between an asset and a liability. I used this one lesson to buy my first true asset at age 20. I didn't have family money. I didn't win the lottery. I just understood this rule. And that single asset, that one decision, changed the trajectory of my life forever. Today, I'm breaking down the lie that keeps 99% of people broke. We are going to define both terms clearly. I will show you the 5 most common liabilities that society tricks you into buying. And then, I will show you the 5 simple assets you can start investing in today, some with just a few $100s. If you follow this one rule, you won't have to wait 40 years to be free. Don't click away. This is the only video you need to watch to master the money game. Hey, I'm zero to zeros, and for years, I did exactly what society told me. I got good grades, I went to school, and I was laser-focused on the biggest lie in personal finance: saving money. I was the person who skipped the $5 coffee, patting myself on the back for being financially responsible. But my bank account never grew. I was treading water. When I turned 20, I realized saving $5 or $10 wasn't going to make me rich. It was a defensive strategy in a game that required offense. I needed to understand the rules of the rich. That's when I read the single most important definition in finance: the difference between an asset and a liability. The official definition is this simple: an asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Read that again. An asset pays you to own it. A liability costs you to own it. If you understand this one sentence, you have the financial blueprint to succeed. The rest of this video is just applying that rule. Let's start with the trap. Liabilities. These are the purchases we're told are a sign of success. They are the symbols of making it, but in reality they are chains. Liability number 1, the new car. I know, everyone loves a new car. The smell, the status, but is it an asset? Let's check the definition. Does it put money in your pocket? No. You pay monthly payments. You pay insurance, which is higher because the car is new. You pay for gas. You pay for repairs. And worst of all, you pay for depreciation. The moment you drive that $50,000 car off the lot, it might only be worth $45,000. You instantly lost $5,000. It drains your pocket every single day. It is the textbook definition of a liability. Liability number 2, your primary residence. This is controversial. We are told our house is our biggest asset. This is a half-truth. Unless you are renting out part of it, your primary home is a liability. Why? Because it takes money out of your pocket. You pay the mortgage, you pay the property taxes, you pay the insurance, you pay for maintenance, the roof leaks, the water heater breaks. It does not put $1 into your pocket. A house can be an asset, but the house you live in is a liability. Liability number 3, credit card debt. This is the final boss of liabilities. This is the killer of wealth. When you buy a $100 item on a credit card and fail to pay it off, you are now paying interest on that item. That interest is often 20, 25, sometimes 30% a year. You are literally paying someone else for the privilege of taking money from you. It is a hole that only gets deeper. Liability number 4, the lifestyle creep. Subscriptions. The $15 streaming service you don't watch, the $50 a month gym membership you don't use, the $100 phone upgrade for a camera you don't need. Each one is a tiny leak in your financial boat. Alone, they seem harmless. Together, they are a monthly drain of hundreds of dollars that could be building your asset column. Liability number 5, the wrong education. Another controversial one. A $100,000 student loan for a degree that has no clear path to income is a massive liability. It's a mortgage on your future before you've even earned your first paycheck. Education is only an asset if it produces a return. The point is, if it takes money out of your pocket, it's a liability. And the rich buy them last, not first. The poor and middle class buy liabilities first, thinking they are assets. Now, for the other side of the coin, the side that leads to freedom. Assets. These are the tools that build wealth, often while you sleep. Asset number 1. Stocks, specifically index funds. This is how I started. You don't need to be a stock-picking genius. An index fund, like one that tracks the S&P 500, simply lets you buy a tiny piece of the 500 largest companies in America. You are buying a piece of Apple, of Microsoft, of Amazon. You put $100 in, and over time those companies work for you. They grow, they innovate, and your $100 grows with them. It puts money in your pocket. It is an asset. Asset number 2, rental real estate. This is the other side of the house equation. Not the house you live in, but a property you buy and rent to someone else. You buy a duplex. You live in one half and you rent the other half. That renter's check pays your entire mortgage. Suddenly your housing is free and you might even make a profit. That house is now putting money in your pocket. It has become an asset. Asset number 3, online businesses. This is the new frontier. A website, an e-commerce store, a software product. You build it once, investing your time, which is also an asset, and it generates revenue 24/7, even when you are on vacation. My YouTube channel is an asset. The time I am investing to make this video today will pay dividends for years to come. It generates income. It is an asset. Asset number 4, high-value skills. This is the asset you can build for free. Your ability to sell, to code, to write, to edit, or to manage people. This is an asset because you can trade that skill for a high salary. You can use that high salary to buy other assets, like index funds. Or you can use that skill to build your own business. This is an asset you own forever. Asset number 5, your own productive debt. This is advanced, but stay with me. Remember how credit card debt was a liability? Good debt is debt used to buy an asset. You take out a loan, debt, at 5% interest to buy a rental property, asset, that gives you a 10% return. The asset pays for the debt, and you keep the difference. This is using the bank's money to put money in your pocket. So, the simple truth is this. The rich don't work for money. Their assets work for them. The middle class and the poor work for money, and then use that money to buy liabilities, which makes them poorer. Every time you earn $1, you have a simple choice. Buy an asset or buy a liability. I bought my first asset at 20. It wasn't a Bentley. It wasn't a Rolex. It was a $100 deposit into an S&P 500 index fund, and that was enough. It was the first brick. Your financial freedom starts today. It doesn't start when you get your next raise. It starts when you change your mindset. Start small, but start with the right mindset. Buy assets. If you want the full step-by-step blueprint on how to build and scale those assets, how to pick your first index fund, how to find your first rental property, then you need to subscribe. Hit subscribe for your daily financial blueprint. Watch this video next to learn exactly how to pick your first investment.